Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to Heather Rose Up. I am Heather. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can follow along on my weight loss journey. If you are interested to see how I did in this past week, make sure to keep watching. Hi everybody, it is Monday and I wanted to do a quick check-in. If you hear my kids watching TV in the background, that's life. They're off from school today. I'm off from work today, so they're hanging out. We had a busy day of running around and spending time with some family. So now they're relaxing and watching TV while I do this. So I wanted to check in because last week I posted an update and it had been a while since I had posted a weight loss update. Check out the description below and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I'll have a link to that video. And I wanted to make sure that I come in here this week and check in every now and then to help hold myself accountable, to hopefully help myself be more successful. So today is Monday. My weekly points start over on Fridays. I am at negative 16 weeklies currently. But I'm tracking, and I decided I wanted, to just make sure that I was following the program. Obviously, being negative in the weeklies isn't technically following the program, but I'm tracking. Also, today is Monday, November 8th, and I'm sure, as you all know by now, watching this, if you don't, you've been living under a rock. I'm just kidding. WW completely changed, for some people anyway, and it's the My WW, which couldn't have come at a better time. I heard some leaked information about the different colors that they were going to do. If you're unfamiliar, definitely go check out WW and they'll explain it a little bit better. If you're unfamiliar, as in if you don't follow WW. So there's 3 different programs now that you can follow, and it's basically personalized to what your preference is. No matter what, if you work the program and you follow the program, it will work. Doesn't matter what color you choose. So the 3 colors that you can choose are green, purple, and blue. Blue is basically like freestyle, what I have been following for months. Green is less 0 smart point value foods and a higher daily point value allowance rather. And purple is a lower daily point allowance, but a lot more 0 smart point foods. Surprisingly, I looked through everything. I knew I needed a change. And the blue program was basically the same program, so I wanted to switch things up. I've been in a funk. I've been maintaining. I need to do something different, so I decided to do something different. And the idea of losing my beloved 0 smart point foods, which I do utilize quite a bit, made me feel very anxious because I do base a lot of my cooking around 0 smart point foods. So I went with purple. And that's surprising because here I am at negative 16 weekly points and I'm only allowed 16 daily points now going forward. That makes me very nervous too. But I feel like I will really focus on those 0 smart point foods, and the idea of potatoes was worth it for me. Now, for those of you who don't know, I have had weight loss surgery. In the description, I have a link to 2 videos that explain my weight loss journey with Weight Watchers a little bit more. One being my very first video where I did explain that I did have gastric bypass 11 years ago. Now, because of my surgery, I am not supposed to have foods that are high in carbs and high in sugar. So the purple program does make me a little nervous because obviously we're allowed whole grains now and we're allowed potatoes. I have to be careful with those anyway. So I feel optimistic. I feel like this is going to help me eat more whole foods, and I think that's exactly why they designed the purple program. But I will give it a chance for 2 weeks and we'll see how it goes. They do recommend that you try whatever program you choose for 2 solid weeks before switching it up, because then you're just not going to see results. Because, you know, sure, today I would like to do purple. I would like to have more 0 smart points. But tomorrow I want more smart points. So let me switch it up and go to green. No, it doesn't work that way. So I'm feeling good about how things are going and the change. And yes, I'm a little nervous with the change, but mostly I feel good about it. And I think that I did make a good decision, and we'll see how I feel in 2 weeks. But today's update is over 5 minutes long already. I'll probably just be stopping in occasionally to let you know how things go, maybe in the next couple days. But I did wanted to start this vlog with explaining what program I chose. So, fingers crossed that I'm able, you know, I can do this. It's not fingers crossed I'm able to do this. Fingers crossed this goes well, and that I adapt to the change better than I anticipated. And I will check back in a couple days. Keep watching, and you'll see how I do. All right, so today is Thursday, and I am getting ready to head out to go grocery shopping. I might include a grocery haul in this video. Obviously, that's what's next. That's what I decided to do. Anyway, I am currently at negative 20 weekly smart points. My week started before the new My WW switch, and I realized that there are some things that I had logged in those previous days that would be considered 0 smart points. So I'm not really worried about that. The fact that I was tracking and staying on program and trying to balance things out makes me feel really good. However, yesterday was a very difficult day for me, tracking wise. I ate some stuff that I'm not proud of, and I didn't track it. Yesterday was also the 1-year anniversary of my father's passing. So it was a hard day, and I'm just still, even though I had a difficult day, I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself, because that happens sometimes. So, but I woke up this morning and I feel a little bit more optimistic about my tracking and starting the purple plan and moving forward. I have been thinking about the purple plan and getting a little frustrated because I realize I don't eat a whole lot of pasta or potatoes to begin with. So I'm wondering if it was a waste to have less daily smart points for potatoes and pasta. But to switch that mindset, I said, you know what, I committed to trying it out for 2 weeks. I need to try it out for 2 weeks. So I worked on my meal plan and my grocery list this morning, and it's all around the purple plan. So there's definitely more potatoes, and then there's pasta, which I never have, in my weekly plan. So I'm going to work with it. I chose purple for the next 2 weeks, and I'm going to work with it. We're going to see what happens. So continue watching, and you'll see my grocery haul for a week's worth of groceries on my WW purple plan. Okay, so pre-weigh-in reflection. I'm about to head into my WW studio for my weigh-in and my workshop, the first workshop of the new program. I'm so excited to get all the new literature, etc. So obviously I did not include my grocery haul in this video because it was very long, but stay tuned because I will be posting that after you see this. So yeah, got a lot of good stuff this week. Anyway, reflecting on how I did this week, I did okay, especially for starting a new plan, and I'm still feeling motivated and excited for what's to come, and I will be super happy if I stay the same. And yeah, so we'll see how I did, and I'll let you guys know in a minute. So today is actually Saturday, November 16th. As you saw in the previous clip, I was sitting outside of my WW workshop to go in for my weigh-in and my meeting, and I haven't been able to catch up until now. So I went in to my workshop and I got all sorts of new books for the new program, and I weighed in. This workshop I felt was very important, especially for starting the new My WW program, because there's 3 different plans now to follow and there's just so much to learn, and it is a little overwhelming, but it's super exciting and I feel really optimistic. And even though I had been working on this plan since Monday, it was great to really get a sense of what the plan I'm following and what it's all about. And I also got to learn about the other plans in addition to my plan. In last week's vlog, I did mention what my goals were for this week, and it was to follow the plan and to vlog more. I did vlog a lot more this week than I have done in a very long time, so that did help hold myself accountable. I did follow the plan for the most part, but there was a day, as you saw on Wednesday, I didn't track as much as I would have liked to. I definitely ate off plan, and I definitely went into the negative with my weekly points. And it was I felt very thrown off, especially with starting the new plan on Monday, but I just kind of went with it, and I tried as best as I could to balance, and going in on Friday with a fresh batch of weekly smart points and going grocery shopping on Thursday, I left there feeling great. I'm happy about the decision I made, and I plan on continuing on to the purple plan for maybe even a little more than another week, because I want to make sure that I'm really trying the best that I can to stay on this plan. So something that was new in the workshop is they have a new planner. The planner before used to be very small, which is nice, it's compact, but this is more journal-like, so I can sit down and write things daily as how things go, kind of like what I do while I do this. And you can do weekly goals in here. You can take notes from your workshop, etc. I do like this, and I hope that I will continue to utilize this, because I do think that this will help with my success. And then we got another book that is all about the new My WW plan, and it goes over the green, the purple, and the blue in here. And I do want to point out really quick that on page 9, right here, so if you follow WW, go check out page 9. This lady right here is pretty awesome. If you follow her on Instagram, it's WW Works For Me, and she's kind of Instagram famous. She's my coach. She's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's Debbie. She is my WW coach. This is the woman that I get to see every Friday, and she is just as inspirational in person, if not more, than she is on Instagram. So go follow her on Instagram, and yeah, so that's a little tidbit. So as far as weigh-in goes, I said in my previous clip that I would be happy if I had just stayed the same. I didn't do as well as I could have, but I really tried to balance everything out. And that's kind of, that is key when it comes to WW. You have to not beat yourself up. You have to be kind to yourself, and you'll be more apt to figuring out balance. And again, I'm saying that to myself because sometimes I am a little bit more hard on myself. But this week I wasn't, and I just rolled with it. And apparently that was a good thing, because I am down 2.2 pounds this week. So I weighed in at 188.4, and that is a total of 31 pounds while following WW. I've kind of stayed around 190 and 189 for quite a while now, but I do feel like this change in the program will help me start moving on the program again. And I'm officially now the lowest that I have been since starting in February, so that's exciting too. So the goal that I made for myself in my planner and in my workshop was to simply follow the plan for one full week. Like I said, I struggled last week and it worked out in my favor, but I know that it won't always be the case. But I went shopping and I'm ready to go and move forward. So I want to simply follow the plan going forward. Yesterday was Friday and I got my new weekly smart points and I earned a blue dot. I haven't done that in so long. So I feel optimistic and ready to hit the ground running. And I'm hopeful that I will keep this momentum up. I do also want to continue vlogging because it did help me this week. Even when I felt like I wasn't doing that great, it helped me change my mindset and be more positive. So I do want to continue to do that this week as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you. If you have any questions about the purple plan, if you don't follow the purple plan, you can still follow my vlogs. There are people that continue to follow my journey, even if they don't follow WW. I'm interested in hearing, if you do follow WW, what plan you chose. So comment down below and let me know what plan you chose, and ultimately we're all in this together. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in a week with my next week's weight loss update vlog, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.